The story will continue with everyone working as Zamasu, and the fallen Kai will get into a fighting stance before dodging an attack from Piccolo and clashing fists with Gohan. Mountains will break after their fists connect, and they'll take the fight into the air, and they'll clash kicks before Vegeta sends a Gallic gun at Zamasu, but Zamasu would dodge the attack before slinging his hand out, shocking everyone, and Goku calls Zamasu a weirdo before Vegeta is punched away. Goku would catch the prince, but he'll push Goku away, saying he's alright and he doesn't need Kakarot's help. Zamasu would send a large blast at Gohan, but before he was able to do anything, Piccolo can do the same trick. He uses a stretching arm to grab Zamasu's leg and slams him to the ground, getting hit by his own blast. Zamasu would be very irritated. How dare this Namekian jump in and humiliate him like that? Zamasu would split himself into 3 copies, being annoyed that these mortals are actually keeping up with him. So Zamasu and his 3 clones will attack Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Shin, with the real Zamasu deciding to attack Shin. Don't you see, my lord? Look at how much power and abilities I've obtained! Just because I want to kill all the mortals. You might have gotten stronger, Zamasu, but this power is slowly turning you into something you're not. Come on, Zamasu. I know you. This isn't you, and you should know that as well. No, you don't understand. I am happier than ever. This is all I ever wanted. The mortals will pay for their wrongdoing, and this is their punishment. Zamasu would get ready to slash Zamasu, but before he was able to, Vegeta would send a blast at Zamasu, just defeating his clone as Zamasu. You're seriously a joke if you think things will go your way. Oh, it's you, Vegeta, was it? You're one of the mortals I hate, especially because you're an arrogant brat. Oh, you don't say. You're the one who's throwing a tantrum like a little child. You know what? I'm tired of you. I'll kill you here and now. We'll see about that. Zamasu would rush at Vegeta, and they'll clash. But with Vegeta's Super Saiyan 3 transformation, he is getting an upper hand against Zamasu. The god might be strong, especially after absorbing Evil Boo, but Zamasu isn't unbeatable, and right now, Vegeta is showing Zamasu that. Zamasu would land on the ground, injured from Vegeta's Gallic gun. Vegeta would land on the ground, and approaches Zamasu. Don't you see, Kai? Just because you think you're right, doesn't mean you're entitled to win, and this should show that. Goku and Gohan would fly down, also powering down from their transformations, and they'll watch this interaction with Vegeta and Zamasu. Look, Kai, I understand how you feel. No, you don't. You mortals are disgusting. Killing Kai, you're overstating your welcome. Look what you're doing right now, Zamasu. Zamasu would quiet down, and Vegeta would continue. That person you're talking about, killing Kais, look at what you're doing right now. You're doing the exact same thing. Not only that, but that mortals you hate is inside you? You're right. It doesn't matter, as long as I achieve my goal. That is all that matters. What are you gonna do after that, huh? You're just gonna live in this universe all alone? Yes. This world would be cleansed of all you disgusting mortals. Have you ever talked to one without feeling hatred? Maybe if you tried that, you would understand that other Kai's perspective of us, because it seems like he doesn't view us the same way as you do. Zamasu would think about Vegeta's words. Zamasu would really want to strike Vegeta down here and now for the way he is talking to him, but at the same time, that disgusting mortal is right. He's becoming something he's not, and Shin told him this before. Zamasu would power down and Vegeta would stand back. Zamasu wouldn't say anything. He would just look at Shin and Kai away. Everyone will be confused, but they guess the day is saved. Though Gohan and Boo feels like they have to do something. Gohan thinks Zamasu is having rage problems, similar to him. He needs to get that under control. While Boo heard that he is the one Zamasu hates. He wants to change Zamasu's perspective on him. He wants to be Zamasu's friend. He already befriended Goku, Gohan, Vegeta and them, but he wants to have more friends. And Boo thinks Zamasu would be a good friend to have. So in this 4-year time skip, Gohan and Boo would occasionally ask Shin to go to his planet and train. And because Shin wants to thank the mortals for all their help, he agrees, saying they're welcome anytime. Even though it's weird having Boo there, Shin can't doubt that he changed at this point. He helped stop Zamasu, who was a big threat at the time, so even Majin Buu is welcome on the Supreme Kai's planet. In this time skip, Zamasu has been trying to find himself. He doesn't know who he is anymore, and this leads to him stepping down temporarily as a Kai in training. He still has his abilities, and is still technically one, but right now, he just feels lost. But luckily, he has people who want to help him, Gohan and Buu. At first, Zamasu would want nothing to do with the two, but after a while, Zamasu started to tolerate them, especially because Shin and the other Kai would give him a look every time he tries to say anything bad about the mortals. Gohan would give Zamasu a rundown on his childhood, and Gohan would tell about the good and the bad. Zamasu would be enraged hearing about all the evil things, but Gohan would tell Zamasu that even though there has been some bad stuff that happened, he doesn't regret any of it at all. That just made him into who he is now. Zamasu hearing Gohan's story would calm a bit, trying to have a mentality similar to Gohan, and this leads into Zamasu bonding with Majin Buu. At first, Zamasu would want to kill Majin Buu, and there was some close calls, especially because Buu would try to fight Zamasu every time he comes to the Supreme Kai's planet. But over time, Zamasu actually gains respect for Majin Buu, and Buu has become more respectful towards Zamasu. And this will make Zamasu smile, seeing Buu is changing. And this will also change Zamasu, making him into a good guy. Soon, Goku and Vegeta would also visit the Supreme Kai's world, every now and again, and the five will have multiple battle royales, with Vegeta and Goku using Super Saiyan 3, Buu and Zamasu using full power, and Gohan using ultimate. But there was never a clear winner to these matches. But one day, on a faraway planet, the god of destruction Beerus would wake up from his 40+ year nap, and he'll dream of a Super Saiyan god. And Beerus finds out that currently, there are some Saiyans training on the Supreme Kai's world, so he decides to go there first. So Beerus will go to the Supreme Kai's world, where right now, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Buu, and Zamasu are having another battle royale. And before we get into this arc, I have to make one change. This arc is happening a little earlier than in canon. Not by a lot, but let's say this is happening 4 months earlier than in canon. And the reason is, everyone is training on the Supreme Kai's world, and they're getting stronger because of the many training partners that are around the same power as themselves. And because training in a group is better than training alone, this pushes them more than in canon, with everyone being stronger than even Vegeta's Rage Super Saiyan state from in canon. But Beerus does arrive on the Supreme Kai's world, and once the God of Destruction arrives, the Kais bow down, and they force the Saiyans to bow down as well. Beerus will ask about the Super Saiyan God, but no one knows about the transformation. But because the God still wants a fight, he wants to test the Saiyan's current power. So Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan 3, and Gohan goes Ultimate. And Majin Buu would also want to jump in, so he powers up as well. The Saiyans and Buu will attack Beerus, and Zamasu will want to help. The situation is very bad, seeing Beerus awaken, so Zamasu would decide to go to Zuno. And after some persuasion, he asks about the Super Saiyan God, and Zuno will tell Zamasu how to summon the Super Saiyan God. After Zamasu obtains this information, Zamasu returns to the Supreme Kai's world, and surprisingly, the three Saiyans and Buu are still fighting Beerus. Zamasu would think of stopping the battle, but to his surprise, he senses something. This is God Ki. He sensed little of it with training with the three Saiyans before, and at first he didn't know how he felt about it. But at this point, he trusts the Saiyans. These are the only mortals he can tolerate. But why is he sensing so much? Zamasu questions. It's not just Beerus' power. Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta's God Ki increases during this fight, and this intrigues everyone who is able to sense God Ki. And because of this fight, something godly happens. Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan Zora will all turn orange, and their eyes will go red, before without even knowing, they obtain the Super Saiyan God form, with Vegeta being the first one to actually land a good blow on Beerus, as he punches Beerus away, sending him across the planet, making rocks and debris go flying, with everyone being blown away by the power. Beerus is able to recover from the attack, obviously, but Beerus is just in shock. There's not just one Super Saiyan God, there is 3, and these Saiyans just randomly unlock the transformation. He did sense the God Ki, but those are only low traces. Throughout this match, they attained a whole lot of God Ki by fighting while using it without knowing it. Vegeta would look at his hand, surprised with his power. He didn't expect to land a blow on Beerus. What just happened?
69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Say OVO, OVO, say OVO, OVO. Then step this way, step away, then step this way, step away, my friend. Oh, we like it.